Hey everyone, thanks for joining. We'll wait for a few more minutes before we start the live stream. So I'm just doing the setup and making sure everything is all right. So if you can see me, hear me, please say hi in the comments so that we know that you can hear us well and you can see us well. We'll just get started in the next few minutes. Thanks. As you're joining, please introduce yourself in the comments so we know, who all are joining from where and what exactly you do and, what's your use case on Stackby. So we can learn from each other. And I'm expecting a lot of question and answers in the end, which I really want to talk about and get to. So please introduce yourself on the comments. We'll get started in one more minute. Uh, Please feel free to introduce yourself on the live chat so we know where are you joining from and what you do, and let's try to make it as engaging as possible. One more minute. All right, guys, let's get started. Welcome. I'm Rachit Khator, and I'm the founder and CEO of Stackby. I really appreciate all of you tuning in from all the different places around the world, and I look forward to engaging with all of you. Before I get started, I really want to start with talking about our journey so far and what we have done in Stackby. So I'm going to start with a small presentation, and so let's So let me start with a presentation, and and talk about all the different things that we have done in Stackby and what is Stackby, what it does before I jump into the product demo and Q&A. So if you can see my Google Slides, I'm going to run a slideshow. All right. So Stackby is basically a no-code platform for you to build collaborative, data-driven applications for your teams. So it's a no-code work management platform that helps teams build their own custom and collaborative data-driven applications. It brings the best of three worlds: spreadsheets, databases, and automations in a single flexible platform. So we are creating an entirely new way for non-technical users to build software, just like Lego blocks. You can customize it according to your needs. It has a spreadsheet style UI with a database engine. You can collaborate with your team from anywhere, anytime, in real time. And it's a no-brainer, easy to use software similar to your Excel sheets or Google Sheets. Stackby essentially gives superpowers to business users. You can create your database by importing spreadsheets from one of the predefined templates from our template gallery or from scratch. You can customize your workflow with 25 plus rich column types like attachments or buttons, or you can choose from 6 different types of data views and visualizations in Stackby, like Kanban, calendar, gallery, or forms. You can collaborate with your team in real time with comments, checklists, reminders, or even integrate your Slack and Microsoft Teams for notifications. You can automate your work by connecting Stackby to 50 plus native column linked API connectors to bring rich data directly into your tables. And you can also connect Stackby to more than 5,000 plus apps out there, from Zapier, Make, Integrately, Pabbly, and so on. You can power your data with the new modules that we've added in Stackby over the last 1 year, which is Stackby Powerups and the Stackby Apps Marketplace. Stackby Powerups help you transform your data in amazing ways possible. And with Stackby Apps Marketplace, you can create your own real-time dashboards like charts, pivot tables, and so on. The idea is that all of this leads to a foundation of what we are trying to build in Stackby. It's a no-code future. We all see that. We want to enable spreadsheet users to become no-code creators. So we are here to build and to last as we move along. So the future holds that we'll see customer interfaces and more drag and drop builders to power any sort of a workflow and application that your team requires. This is built like no other software. It's simple. We have easy to use building blocks that are powerful enough to meet any requirements in any industry and any use case. Currently, we have a web application, mobile apps on iOS and Android. We also have apps on tablet and iPad, and desktop apps on Mac and Windows. So as I mentioned, you can easily visualize your data in different views. I'm going to give you like a real-time demo of how this looks. But essentially, there is a spreadsheet style view, there is a Kanban view, there are online forms, calendar, gallery, and updatable forms. You can automate your data via API connectors. So basically, you can link a column to a third-party API like Google Analytics, YouTube, Facebook ads to automatically pull in information into your tables. You can refresh that cell to bring information in real time or even automate your API connectors. So today, our customers build marketing workflows to plan, manage, and automate their content production, content operations, video and marketing campaigns, performance marketing workflows. Our customers also build sales workflows, from custom lead trackers to sales pipelines to custom CRMs to automated reporting trackers or sales enablement tools in a single place. We have also seen a lot of our customers build HR workflows as well to build their own custom applicant tracking systems, recruitment pipelines, project trackers, knowledge management systems. But it's not just limited to sales, marketing, and HR. We have seen more than 150 plus industries, users from 150 plus industries using Stackby, from operations to real estate to law firms, nonprofits, venture capital, e-commerce, finance, education, product teams, and so on. Plus, you can also build your own custom databases if you're a small business. Today, we have more than 300 plus pre-built templates on Stackby, and we continue to add more with your requests and by looking at what the customers are using and what different workflows can we power using Stackby. Now let's jump into the product demo. Before I jump into the product demo, I really want to quickly talk about the hierarchy of the product. So in Stackby, we essentially see a workspace. Now, a workspace can be a company or a department within within your team. So if you're a small company, it can be a company, and if you're a large enterprise, you can have multiple workspaces in your account. Within a workspace, there are stacks. Now, stacks are essentially nothing but databases. Each stack, think of it as a custom solution, a custom database, or a custom app that you want to build. Within stack, there are tables. So you can add multiple tables within your stacks. And within those tables, you can add multiple views, multiple records, and within each record, you can add checklists as well. So this is the basic hierarchy. I'm now going to jump right into the product demo and talk a little more of how the product looks. So if you see, I'm already in the dashboard for Stackby. So before I get started with the product demo, I just want to make sure everything is everybody is able to hear me properly. And if you can just put a thumbs up on the chat so we know, what's going on. I think we are good, right? All right, so let's get started with the product demo. So basically, once you enter into Stackby, you see a dashboard. Now, dashboard is where you're looking at few things, right? The number one thing is the workspace. Now, I've written Stackby Workspace here, and within the workspace, there are stacks. Now, stacks are individual workflows like project tracker, sales CRM, applicant tracker, social media calendar, campaign tracker, and so on. All your pricing plans are related to a workspace. You can add people to the workspace and give them different permissions, whether they are owner, creator, editor, commenter, or read only. Same way, you can add people to your individual apps or stacks. Now, if you have multiple workflows within your team and you just want particular team members to be part of that workflow, you can just share that stack with your team members and give them the same permissions. Creator, editor, commenter, or read only. There are few ways where you can build the stack. You can create a stack from scratch. You can import your data from your CSV, Excel, or Google Sheets. You can choose from one of the predefined templates. So we have templates across different categories: market, sales, local business, HR, and so on. Say, for example, you like a particular template. You essentially see that template and you click on Use Template to add it to your workspace. Now, we've already added few templates in our workspace that we'll walk through. So let's start with a basic project tracker template to begin with. So I enter into the stack. Now you see within a stack, there are tables. So here we are essentially managing projects for our clients. Assuming I'm running an agency and I have multiple clients and I have multiple projects going on with those clients, and I have to manage the tasks and activities across those clients. So there are three tables: projects, clients, and tasks. So what I can then do is, I will see, it basically looks like a spreadsheet. There are rows and columns. Here we have more than 25 different types of column types that you can choose from short text to long text, number. Within number, you will see currency and percentage, date and time checkboxes, single option drop downs, multiple option drop downs, collaborators, files and attachments, ratings, phone numbers, email, URL, formula. So formula is also different than that of a spreadsheet. In a spreadsheet, we are typically looking at cell-based formulas. In Stackby, we are essentially looking at column level formulas where you just have to notify the column name within that formula. Now, since this works as a relational database, you can link records across two tables through a link column type. So you can link to another row, and you can say, for example, link the projects to the clients or to the tasks. So you can create one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many relationships across those tables. Then once you link, you can do a lookup from one table to another fairly easily. Or you can do an aggregation or a roll up from one table to another using the linked records. We also have some interesting column types like push message that allows you to push message via your Twilio API, where you can send a WhatsApp message or an SMS. You can also create a button, and these buttons will be, you can open a particular URL. You can add like a particular URL formula that you want that button to act. So we have seen, our customers create Google Forms from here, send a tweet, or even like create a Google Calendar event through these buttons. So let's quickly, add a new project. So let's just say I'm going to add a new project called ABC, and I'm going to add some notes to this project. Social media assets. So this is the branding project, and here I can link it to the clients table. So I've already linked this to the clients table. So if I go here, all my clients are here, right? So let's just say I click on the plus sign. I don't want to link to an existing client, but I want to create a new client. So let's just say I'm creating a new client called Stackby, and I add a new row. So you will see Stackby is already added, and in the clients table, it is also added. And that ABC project is already linked to that. What is the budget of that client? Let's just say $1,000. I can assign leads and the project team using collaborator column types. And as soon as I assign someone, they can get a real-time notification. So if your team is on the platform, is on the stack, they get real-time notifications on what task, project, or an activity they're assigned to. I can even add project files. So here you see I can add an attachment. I can select a file to upload, link it to my Google Drive, or bring files from my Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, and so on. So now, I can also add, different attachments and files. So I can just drag and fill to see that file. And I can open that file right inside the platform. So you can store your files and attachments in Stackby. It could be documents, or it could be, any sort of, graphics or assets that you create. You can add start dates and end dates. Here, what I've done is I've created like a formula, which is a date difference between the due date and the start date. So it automatically calculates the number of days. So this is how I can basically add a new record. Now, if I want to search something, I can quickly search. Say check. If I want to hide a column, I can just hide them. If I want to quickly create a filter where, let's just say, category is branding, so I can basically create those filters. And I can create like multiple filters. Category is branding and budget is, say, greater than 2000. only those records will show up. And what I can do is I can create these filtered views as separate views within Stackby. Now we'll get to that in a bit. Let me just remove the filters right here. I can even add like conditional colors to each of the records. So let's just say when when category is branding or digital, I want to create, I want to add like a particular color to this, and I can add like a full row color or even just the side bit part, colored. So let me just use this one, and I can even sort the information on each of those columns. So as I was coming to different views, so let's talk about different views in Stackby. So for example, within a table, there are views, right? So this is an all projects view, which houses all your data within that view. But then what you can do is you can create customized grid views. Let's just say I've created another view which just houses the digital projects. And here in this view, I've just filtered it where the category is digital, and I've hidden some of the columns that I don't want people to see. So I can create these views as well. So for example, let's just say like Digi database moves from digital to branding. So it moves from this view. And in your all projects view, you will see Digi database has gone to branding. If I add this to digital again, you see it in the digital view as well. The most important thing we have added in Stackby is that you can do view level sharing. So you can give access and permissions to this individual views to your team members. So you can make this a collaborative view or your personal view within your team where you don't want anybody to change the view's configuration, or you can even lock this view. If you want one of your team members only to look at a particular view that they should have access to, so you can add editors to a view and give them a permission. So this view level sharing is also part of our Powerups package. Now, other than creating grid views, which are syncable to each other, you can create multiple other views as well. So this is like a Kanban style view where you can drag and drop information based on leads or by categories. So this gives you a Trello style view within Stackby. You can also create a custom calendar. So let's just say, so you will see that all my records are in the calendar based on my column start date. And I can even add like start date and due date, right? And see my calendar work that way. I can individually also open the records and change my start dates and end dates. What I can then do is I can also create a gallery view. So let's just say you want to create a custom, gallery view just to see your files, or to create a mood board, or to see all your creative assets in a gallery. So you can customize that view as well. So I can individually open each of these views in detailed formats like this. So let me go back to the original view and let me open one of the records. So I can see all of my record in an expanded layout where the same information that you see in a row is essentially visible in a different layout. We can still change the same information as you would change at a row level. But here you can chat with your team members in real time and mention them, see the history of the record, who added it, what was changed, and so on. Create a checklist or even set a reminder. So I can set a reminder, add a collaborator, add a reminder message, assets, and send them as an email notification. So basically, the reminder begins, right? So I can do the same thing for all the other records that I have within the platform. So I can just move to the next row and see comments, checklist, and reminders on that particular row. So this really helps you, real time collaborate with your team, and customize stack by uh, according to your needs. So now this is just a project tracker. There are multiple different use cases, in Stackby that you can build. So I really want to take, say, 10 minutes of your time in building a custom CRM where I'm going to input a file from a CSV and then show you really the differences with link, lookup, and aggregation. So let me quickly look at this. So this is another stack that we've created, which is basically a sales CRM stack. There are two tables, deals and reps, and you can basically connect those deals tables to the reps table. Now let's try to create this in the next 10 minutes. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to import my data from a CSV file. So if suppose you're managing your CRM on Google Sheets or your contacts or leads data on Google Sheet, just choose a CSV file and upload it. I'll upload this. So the stack is added here. Deals, I'm going to call it CRM. This has been uploaded via the CSV file. Now, automatically what this is, it first takes all your data in a text format. But if I want to change this data to one of the different column types in Stackby, I all I need to do is just select the column property. Say, let's just say deal source needs to be in a single option. I'll just apply it. So it automatically converts that. This goes into date format. I'll just apply it. It goes to date. Deal stage also goes to like a single option column type. Done. Comments goes to a long text column type. I've added the comments as well. Expected sales value goes to currency. So in number, you select currency. In dollar. So this goes like that. Now you will see that I've quickly converted like my CSV file into like a database. So here I'll call it deals. And let's just say now I have all these reps here, right, that I've gotten from my CSV file. But I want to create a new table for these reps. And how do I do it automatically without copying and pasting? So what I'll do is I'll click on the link to another row column type. Here, create a new table, and the name of the new table will be reps, and just apply. So you will see a new table is automatically created. I'll just remove the default records and some of the default columns that I don't need right now. So you will see there's a reps table with the 10 reps and their deals attached to it. And it's already linked there. So now if I want to see how many deals are, are all these reps assigned to, what I'll do is I'll create a new column and add a lookup count column. So I'll call it total deals, deals table, and apply. It just tells me how many deals they've been applied to. Also, if I want to look at the aggregation, so for example, I just want to look at how many deals have they won. So let's just say, I'll add like my quota for each of those reps. So let's just say quota is 10,000, 20,000, 15,000, and so on. You can add your quota for each of those reps. Now I want to look at how many of deals have been won, by that particular rep. So I'll add a column. Here I'm going to call it deals won, and create a lookup count. And now I want to only include the linked rows from a table that meets certain conditions. So I want to look at deal, where the deal stage is 1, and apply. So you will see out of the 3 deals, 2 deals, 1 deal is 1, out of 3, 2 is 1, and so on. And I want to then look at aggregate the total deal value for all these 1 deals. So I'm going to create an aggregation. Here in the deals table, I want to look at the expected sales value and create a sum of values. And show it in a currency format and apply. So you will see out of my 10,000 quota, they've won $27,000 worth of deals. And this is the total expected sales value. But if I want to look at only the deals that have been won, so I look at the deal stage where it's won and apply. So you see that total deal value. So since it's 0, the total deal value is 0, but out of 20,000, they have won 4,500 and so on. And then you can create a formula between quota and the deal value. So let's just say I'm going to create a formula where I'm going to look at quota minus deal minus the total deal value. You usually see that in a formula within Stackby, you have to basically, if you're defining a column, you want to put that in curly brackets. So this is the formula. So this is, so this is how you can create your own custom formulas. There are a lot of different formulas that you can also add in Stackby. I'll quickly walk you through the different functions that we have. So there are more than 100 different types of formulas and functions. We have numerical, so you can add numerical operators, numerical functions, logical operators, logical functions, date time functions, text functions. You can also create like multiple if formulas, if for switch formulas, if you have more conditional columns that you need to work with, then you can add date time functions and so on. So we have created a separate tutorial for the formulas piece within Stackby. It's a 30-minute tutorial. So feel free to look at that, and you will learn about basic formulas to advanced formulas, in Stackby. So yeah, so this is how you can create your own custom, CRM, where now you can add a deal. So let's and add a particular rep to that deal. Let's just say this is 1,000. In the reps table, you will automatically see that the deals has increased to 4. The total deal value is still 0. Let's just say this is 1. So in the reps table, I will see one deal is 1, total deal value is 1,000, and remaining is 9,000. So you can quickly create your own custom CRM like this, within less than 10 minutes in Stackby. So not just a CRM, if you're looking to create your own custom applicant tracker where you want to bring resumes from applicants, so you can create your own custom applicant tracking form in Stackby where you can drag and drop to create a form. So here we've already created an applicant tracking form, and in the form settings, I can see I can add mobile notifications, send myself an email, redirect the candidate to a different URL, change the submit button text, and I can also make this form conversational. So this is also one of the power-ups that we've recently added, where you can create type form style forms, within Stackby with your own custom, welcome page, title, descriptions, different layouts, and so on. So we have separate videos created for this. So we'll add the link, in the chat. And so, for example, you can open this form like this. It works like a type form. So let's just say next, applying to next. I'm going to add a resume. So let me add a PDF if I can find one real quick. Let me just add an image. Can add the phone number. Once the form is submitted, you can see automatically a new row is created in Stackby. And then I can basically change the status, first on passed, give an interview score, add the interview notes, or link it to the interviews that we have, within the team. Let's just say Megan is going to take the interview. And in the Megan's table, you will see that Rachit has already been added as an applicant. So this is how you can quickly create your forms and use these forms for all sorts of purposes, whether you're managing your UX research, you're taking surveys, applicant tracking, campaign requests, client requests, and so on. So you can also create your custom social media and content calendars. So you can create your own custom marketing calendars in Stackby to manage your entire content operations, from planning to managing to delegating to making sure that all the assets are in a single place and they're scheduled, within your team. You can even manage your entire marketing campaigns. So with different channels, for the channel goals, what is the status, add all your thumbnails. You can basically internally vote for ratings, start dates, end dates, and then you can even track the matrix, of how those campaigns are performing. So if you have added a checklist, so you can also add like a progress bar column type, where it automatically, if you open this, it takes you to the checklists and then updates here in real time. So not sure why this is not working, but yeah, but it should essentially update in real time in the progress bar. So these are some of the different workflows. Now I want to talk about a little bit about Stackby Powerups. Now in Stackby we've added all sorts of power-ups. So these are additional set of features to make your life easier on Stackby. You can they are in different categories. If you want to export the stack back into Excel sheets, you can use the stack export power-up. If you want to append a CSV file in an existing table, you can use a power-up. If you want to share an individual view, or if you want to recover data from recycle bin, whether those are tables, views, rows, or columns from the last 7 days, you can even recover that data. If you want to find duplicates in your table, there is a deduplication power-up. You want to color format on your rows, you want to lock your views, or you even want to restrict your stack or view embeds by a password or an email domain. If you want to take point-in-time database snapshots, that is also one of the power-ups. And then there are a lot of power-ups on forms, where you can make your forms conversational, like type form, add cover images, or even like add table permissions. So let's just look at few of the power-ups that we have. So we'll go back to the project tracker stack again. Now, if I, for example, delete a particular row, what I can do is I can then go to the recycle bin, and then I deleted this row from the projects table, and I can just click and restore it. So you will see that that row is restored again. If I like this view of my database, I can take a stack snapshot. So I can just take this snapshot and recover that at any point in time. So if I click here, so I can take one snapshot in 24 hours. It saves it on our database, and then you can recover it at any point in time. So these are point in time database snapshots. If you want to add editors to your view, you can easily add them, as I told you earlier. If I want to just share a read-only link of Stackby, I can basically click here and embed this particular view to any of my web page as well. So if I click here, so this view is visible, and I can just share this with anyone to read only. And I can restrict this view with an email domain or a password. So Let's just say I want to add a password 456 and set it. I open up this. So I open up this view again. So without a password, I won't be able to see the view. If you want to show your clients, how their projects are performing and just want to give them read-only access, you could easily do it. So these are also some of the power-ups that we have, and I can also basically embed this view onto any of my web page. So if I click here, so you will see this is how it looks. And this is how it will look on mobile. So I can just embed this code and add it to any of my web page. So if you're creating your own custom portals or directories, you could easily share one of those views, and also add probably a form along with that view. So anybody can see in like a real-time shareable database. As soon as a form record is added, within that view, automatically that a new row is added in that view as well. So these are some of the power-ups, that I wanted to, discuss. Now, one of the recent things that I want to also now talk about is uh, about different integrations and automations in Stackby. So Stackby natively connects to more than 40 different types of APIs and connectors. So these are the likes of Google Analytics, YouTube, Facebook ads, Twitter, Ahrefs, and so on. And there are different use cases you can track. So for example, you're running a YouTube channel and you want to see how that channel is performing on a real time basis. So all I need to do is just bring my channel ID. So let's just say I'm bringing, already have this channel ID. I'll just add that channel ID here. Add the start dates and end dates. So let's just say I want to go back in time and I want to look at the September data of last year. I've already connected this to an API. So in this case, I've chosen a third-party service provider. In this case, I've done YouTube Analytics. I've added an API key that I can get or authenticate my account. Depends, on the API connectors that you're choosing. So in this case, I've already connected to the YouTube Analytics API key, and I want to bring the channel report by the channel ID. Select the ID column to reference, which is the channel ID, start dates and end dates, right? And apply. So since I've already applied it, I just hit refresh and it basically pulls the information in real time. So how this does is that you can see it in a data explorer, the information that you get. So for example, I want to look at shares, right? And I want to look at the value of total shares. Right? So I can just take any of the data that I want and just bring it in real time. So this is how you can track your YouTube channel analytics in real time. Same way, you can even add individual video IDs and see how an individual video is performing in Stackby. So just hit refresh. You will see total likes, total comments, description, view count, and so on. I can even store JSON within the cell. So if I want to look at all the tags of that particular video, I can also see it as well. I can see the title, the description, the view count, and so on. So this is how you can bring your data in real time. So some of our customers have built some amazing marketing KPI trackers, sales KPI trackers. If you want to build your lead lists, you want to validate your email lists, you want to connect to your Google ads, Facebook ads accounts, and you want to bring data of how those campaigns are performing in real time, you can do that as well. So Stackby essentially becomes a single place where not only you're planning and managing, but also doing that reporting in a single place. And we continue to add, more API connectors and improve the overall experience of bringing data in Stackby automatically. So this is one type of automation, in Stackby. The other type of automation definitely is through the likes of Zapier. So you will see, like, you can create, uh, via Stackby, you can connect to more than 5,000 plus apps, with the likes of, Zapier or make.com or Pabbly and so on. So for example, if you want to, I've created some example zaps that I want to show. Um, if you want to connect Stackby to Google Sheets, so I've already created that stack. So where the trigger is, a new row is added in Stackby, you know, automatically a new row will be created in your Google Sheets account as well. So you can create such workflows where you can trigger something from Stackby and send it to another platform. But at the same time, you want to collect information within your Stackby database. So let's just say you want to collect collect information from your Google Forms into Stackby. So you can create a zap to get a new form response in Google Forms and to create a new row in Stackby. Same way, if you want to bring leads from Facebook through the Facebook lead ads campaign. So as soon as a new lead is generated in Facebook leads ad, you can bring it in Stackby. And same with Google Ads as well. So if you're running Google Ads, anybody submits a lead from entry, it creates a new row, in Stackby as well. So there are millions of permutations and combinations of how you can connect Stackby to automate your workflows, where you can not only bring information but also send information from Stackby to other platforms. We also have our developer API, so you can use Stackby as a lightweight, backend database. So we have all the CRUD operations, mentioned in the API, where you can use these API to send the information from your Stackby tables to any of the native apps or CMSs that you have. So for example, if you're building a custom web app or a custom mobile app or a custom CRM and you want to pull Stackby information via the API, you could easily do it via the developer API. So we've seen a lot of companies use this API to bring Stackby data and use Stackby as a lightweight backend database. So this is a little bit about Stackby. So what I've shown you is the core Stackby platform, Stackby Powerups, the different templates, automations. The one last thing that I want to show that is very recent in Stackby, that the ability to create your own custom dashboards. So this is something that has taken Stackby to the next level in terms of building a true no-code platform. So let's just say again, you go back to the stack. You see on the right here there is an apps model. I'll just resume all of these apps. So I can create my custom, project dashboards, like pivot tables. So let's just open a pivot table. So I can select a table, I can select a view, I can select a category, the row grouping, which is the category, and the column grouping, which is clients. And I want to look at the total tasks across each of them. Instead of that, if I want to look at, let's just say, the budget, I can see that as well, right? And create a summary type of sum. So I can create my own custom, pivot tables, and all of this data essentially works in real time. So if this goes from 2000 to 4000, so you will see automatically yeah, so this will change in real time. Same way, I can create my own custom charts. So select table, look at the view, and I can create one of the 5 charts, bar, pie, radar, line, or donut. So let's just say I want to create a bar chart where the x-axis is the clients, y-axis is it's not just a count, but I want to create, like, I want to group it by total tasks, and I want to group it by category. So I can create stacked bar charts and stack it on top of each other. I can hide and unhide the legends and so on. So this becomes like a real-time chart, in your dashboard. You can also create your own custom, summary boxes. So for example, how many total tasks are there? And I can also create like a goal tracker. So let's just say my goal target is 20, and I want to create a sum of the clients and count the total projects for Q1 in 2023. So goal is 20, but we have done 10. So it automatically tracks your goals as well. So you can create your own custom, reporting dashboards like this, and I can increase the width of the dashboard and just keep adding, different apps that I see within the platform. Along with the reporting apps, we also have different interesting apps where you can create, for example, you want to do a global search across all the tables. So not just searching a single table, but if I want to search all the tables, and let's just say I want to look at packaging. So I can see in the task table there are 2 records. In the projects table there are 4, and I can individually open each one of them. So I can do like a global search and add that as an app. I can even embed, you know, all sorts of things in Stackby. So for example, if I want to embed a Google Doc, a Notion doc, a YouTube video, or a Google Sheet, or a Google Data Studio report, so I can even embed those things in Stackby. And we are also going to give the ability where you can add editable docs. So for example, if you are working on Google Docs, within Stackby, and you want to use that in real time, so you can even use the same platform to connect to your Google Docs and add information in your Google Docs right from Stackby. So that's something that is going live later this week on Embeds. So we're extending our functionality on Embeds as well. We have also recently added time tracking. So these are native time tracker that we've built. So let's just say, so if I click on say start tracking, select a particular project. Let's just say I want to select on-page SEO for 3 pages, and I start tracking. Let few seconds pass. As soon as I stop it, so you will see 10 seconds is already added in the duration column type. And I can even, so here what I've done is I've already added like a duration field, which is the time taken field, start date field, which is an optional start date field, and a collaborator field that I can take. So I can add like a lead collaborator and done. So it will automatically put me as a lead and add my time for that particular task. So you can even like track time for your team members, through this native time tracker. We also have like a countdown tracker. So you have, say, for example, a next project launch that you want to bring from a particular view or add a specific date, right? So I can even create like a countdown for everybody, all your team members to see, which is trackable in real time. So today we have 12 apps in the apps marketplace, and we continue to add more. So we also have like an interesting page designer app that we are working on that we'll soon add. So you'll also see apps like Orgchart, Matrix, Page Designers, and so on. So you can create your own custom dashboards in Stackby like that, based on your use case. So let's just say if this goes to CRM, this is your sales pipeline dashboard, or your marketing campaign tracker. This is a marketing campaign tracker dashboard. So feel free to use the apps in the apps marketplace, and give us your feedback so that we can keep improving and keep pushing the limits of the things that you can do within Stackby through your dashboards. So with this, I'm almost nearing completion of the product demo. I hope this was really helpful in visualizing and understanding the abilities of what you can do with Stackby and how we are trying to make Stackby a true no-code platform. So let me go back to my presentation and talk a little bit more about our achievements so far and our product roadmap, and what you'll see coming in the next few days and few months from now. So since the time we've launched Stackby in 2020, first we were like one of the tech 30 companies in India. So most top 30 most promising tech startup in India by your story. So out of the 5,000 applications, we were selected as top 30. We have consistently performed as a high performer in multiple categories on G2, Capterra, and GetApp, uh, like project management software, no-code application development, marketing management, advertising agency software, and so on. And quarter on quarter, we've been ranking and improving our rankings on G2 and Capterra. We were also awarded as a category leader in online database software category by GetApp in 2021, and we've been consistently featuring in the top 10 in multiple categories in GetApp as a category leader. Little bit about our pricing plans. Customers subscribe to a monthly plan. There's a single user personal plan. Economy plan starts at $9 per user per month. Business starts at $18 per user per month. And essentially, the difference is the number of rows you can get per stack, attachments per stack, API connectors that you can add, and different premium features, within Stackby. Most teams get our annual subscription, so we have that limited time offer, going on, which they can get an exclusive annual deal of Stackby. These are annual logged-in plans based on number of seats that you need per workspace, and you have two options: one on economy and one on business. And it's a no-brainer plan for your teams to get started and find value. We have diverse clientele across the globe, from single freelancers, solopreneurs to large enterprises. We have seen, individuals and teams both use Stackby to power their workflows. So that these are marketing agencies or law firms or venture capital or VCs. We have seen all sorts of companies, using Stackby. This is our product ecosystem today. What we started as with few data types and few views is now an ecosystem of things that we have added over a period of time. So not just data types. So we have more than 25 plus data types, 5 different types of importers, 6 different types of views, 300 templates, 12 plus apps in the apps marketplace, more than 50 native API connectors, and we have added more than 25 power-ups, in the platform. We are also building for the enterprise. So what that means is we are consistently improving Stackby for the long haul. So we have already started acquiring enterprise clients where we are essentially giving SSO capabilities, which is single sign-on with Azure, Google, and Okta. We also have two-factor authentication and a custom enterprise admin panel built. So we have started acquiring enterprise clients with upwards of 100, 120 plus user accounts who are already using Stackby. So for us, the foundation is to build a high performing product. It's not easy to build something with so many different types of data types and and you have to load them with the number of rows that you have on large records. So our constant efforts has been to optimize for that and to improve our loading and our speeds on large records. So internally, we've been optimizing for more than 100,000 rows per table, and that's where we need to get, and that's a benchmark we need to set for ourselves to start catering to enterprise in the long term. So what's coming in 2023? So new views, new data types, new power-ups and apps, that we see. We are also internally started building internal automations. So you can see Zapier type automations, within Stackby coming very soon. We are also going to release our marketplace to third-party developers where people can build and customize their own apps on top of Stackby. Grouping, we have already started working on this, and you will see the grouping feature available on the grid. And of course, more API connectors. We've seen OpenAI, ChatGPT, we want to add. We've already started working on it. And we are also talking to various other no-code app builders, web builders like Softer and Stacker, where they're creating no-code native integrations with Stackby. So tomorrow, the idea is to build a no-code platform of choice for your teams where you can build and create anything to power your workflow. Our goal is to enable 10 million spreadsheet users to become no-code creators by 2025. So with that, I will end my presentation and the product demo. Please feel free to join these communities. We have Stackby Facebook groups, the Stackby community, which is a self-hosted community. And we have also recently launched in 2023 a live product roadmap where you can upvote the features that you want, add your feature request, and see the change log in real time. So get rid of your spreadsheets and take your workflows to the next level with Stackby. If you've not signed up, please sign up. Or if you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out to support@stackby.com. Now I'm ready to take any Q&A that we have. So I'll stop it and take some Q&A. All right. So reading from some of the things that some of the comments that we have got. So the first is from Monique. As far as inviting people, what is the difference between team members and clients? Is there a limit to clients? Can we assign roles and limit to what clients can see? So basically, there are two things that you can do. So if you're running an agency, you want to share a particular stack or a view with a client. It depends on what permission type you want to give to your clients, right? If you want them to edit and add information or comment on particular row, they will be counted as a user. But if you give them only a read only access, it will be free. So you can choose what you want to give to your clients and your stakeholders, and whether they need editor permissions or not. uh, Kate added, can we also create dashboards in Stackby? Kate, yes. I mean, I've shown you how to add dashboards. um, Kitty is saying, reminds me a lot like Notion. Yes, Notion is more of a wiki. Stackby is more of a database. It's more structured, and it gives you that visualization and that ease of use of working on a spreadsheet. Can we add a user to a particular view? Josh, yes, absolutely. You can add a user to a particular view through the view level sharing power up. Eric added, can we embed forms and views onto a web page? Absolutely, Eric. Just find that embed code of the form and the view, and you can basically add it to a web page. So somebody asked, what about data restoration capabilities? Of course, I mean, there are multiple ways where you can restore your data. One is through exporting everything back into Excel. Other is through a recycle bin, where uh, if you've deleted a particular table, view, row, or a column, it automatically you can restore it from the recycle bin. And the third thing is you can also take point-in-time database snapshots uh, within Stackby. So stacks are databases. If I set up a stack for all my customers, can I make separate table for each customer within the stack? You could do that as well and give them table level permissions. But I would suggest, instead of creating multiple different tables, create multiple different views and give people access to, that particular view. So we have seen a lot of agencies do that. So where they've created like a master table, they've created filtered views, and they've given those views access to their customers. Does it support formulas, and how is it different from Excel formulas? Yes, it does support formulas. Adam, the formulas are different than that of Excel. On Excel, you're typically referencing a cell A1, B2, C3. In Stackby, you're essentially referencing a column instead of a cell. We do have a tutorial that we will share it in the chat, which is like a dedicated formula tutorial. We can learn about formulas in Stackby from basic to advanced. So tables and rows, two separate limitations based on plan? No, we just have limitations based on the number of rows on a particular plan. Any integration with Flowlo? Of course, if Flowlo is on Zapier, absolutely. Can we embed a specific chart on a web page, Eric? Um, we You can embed the entire stack or a view, but not a separate dashboard. But that is something that we are definitely going to add it to our roadmap and see if we can make that possible, where you just want to embed an individual element of the dashboard in your on your web page. Can I import data in an existing table? Yes, through an append CSV power up, you can import your data in an existing table. Ryan, you have a yeah. Is there a way to message you directly? Absolutely. Please feel free to reach out to us on support chat or on support@stackby.com. We go very personalized, with our client base. This is interesting. I want to use it for my clothing line to manage data. Amazing. So if I embed a form on my web page, so generic users can submit records, can I email them a receipt of their submission? Yes, you can. You can email them a receipt of their submission, or even they can do it themselves. So we have an ability to checkbox and add their own email where they can add their own, where they can get their own responses. Will the page designer pages be embeddable? Yes, we will try to make that possible once it's live. We are internally building that, and hopefully, in the next month or so, we are going to make that live. Can I restrict a database or a view with a password? Absolutely, yes. This looks very much like Airtable. Any potential issues? I don't think so. I mean, we have a lot of different things that Airtable does not have, and we're also trying to build true no-code platform. Our USP is primarily on the different project management capabilities that we've added through checklists, reminders, email notifications, and so on, and also the native API connectors where you can automatically pull in information from those live APIs. So yeah, I think this is a little bit about some of the questions that we have. Can I create my own custom CRM? Absolutely, yes. I've just shown you how to create uh, your own CRM. So I think that's pretty doable. Few more questions. Does it have OpenAI integration? Again, on the roadmap, please feel free to upvote it on stackby.canny.io, which is a live product roadmap. Support reminders and email notifications, yes. If you have any specific questions, feel free to add it on the chat. I'm happy to answer. So I'm waiting for. So I'll wait for 5 more minutes before I end this webinar. And if you have any questions, please feel free to add it onto the chat. I'm here to answer any questions that you have. We have a lot of interesting things coming in Stackby, so stay tuned. We want to really make this a true no-code platform of your choice. I'll wait for 2 more minutes. So feel free to reach out to us on support chat or on support@stackby.com. You can also, if you find any bugs, we are constantly improving the platform. So you can add and submit your bugs from right inside the Stackby platform. Wherever you see issues, or if you want to really set up like a 15-minute demo and to talk to one of our team members, in a lot of cases we do that as well. So feel free to reach out and schedule a demo with us. At the same time, if you want to partner with us and collaborate with us, you see you're running an agency and you have a lot of clients who can use similar platforms, so we do have an affiliate partner program. So feel free to join that program as well, and we'll make sure that we get you internally approved, so that you can make Stackby a win for your clients as well. um, Other than that, I think I'm good to go. I've answered enough questions. Feel free to reach out to us on support if you have any more. And I look forward to meeting you on the other side. And please sign up on Stackby. We are constantly improving the platform. And thank you for believing in us, in our journey. So this will be the no-code platform of choice, and that's our promise to you. So thanks a lot again. I'm ending this session. Bye. Namaste.